Give myself a couple minutes here. Hey, this is Sean from the Heavy Underground Farm Report, and I got Jason from the Grand Rapids Doomfest. Not one, now it's two. It's gonna be three. Jason, tell me how you feeling, buddy.
I'm still feeling pretty good.
Dude, so it's been like a week and a half since your show, right? 2
Yeah,
weeks,
yeah,
something like
about
that.
that. Yep.
So, do you still just think about it constantly?
Yeah, pretty much, pretty much. That and a combination of Doomfest 3.
Yeah. So,
They're kind of bleeding into each other, but it was such a good time. I mean, why wouldn't I want to relive those memories over and over, man?
well, let's start off with that. Let's start off with some of the memories. Hey guys, this if you're watching on Facebook, I'll try to keep up with questions and who's watching and stuff the best I can. But we really want to just take some time and give Jason a chance to express how he felt about the second Grand Rapids Doomfest. And if you guys have something to chip in, like I said, please do. Jason, so man, wildly successful, bud. The second time around, it's a big deal, man. Tell me, what was the most surprising thing? What was the biggest takeaway for you that you were just like, wow, I did not expect that?
The fact that we damn near sold it out,
It's a
and
big room. It's like a big place.
it is. It holds. I don't know the exact number. Like I said, the whole club holds 420. So I'm figuring there's probably a little bit more, little bit more in the back than there is in the front. You know, maybe like 300 in the back, a little less than that, maybe.
Oh,
So, and it was packed. And the funny thing is, it was about 10 to 7, and I'm walking around the floor, and I'm like, this ain't looking too good, man. There really aren't a whole lot of people here. And they're like, yeah, dude, have you been out front? I'm like, no, why? And they're like, because there's a line. And I'm like, what? A line? And sure as shit, I went out there, and there's a line that wrapped from the hallway of the club down to the front door, then in the building and wrapped around. So
my gosh, man.
yeah,
So,
that was pretty cool.
so there's some stress involved, right? Like, did you have a moment of fear, or what did you, was it just a fleeting moment? I mean, you had to know what was going on.
A fleeting moment, because I had a pretty good gut feeling that we were definitely going to have more people show up this year, because there was a lot of interest. I put flyers out. I hit up the local Facebook page for Grand Rapids, and that got a lot of views on there.
You got
And
like
then
local press coverage before your like not just like from Facebook guys like me who love, stoner rock and stuff, but like actual news sources from your town.
yeah, yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, I had the local Wood TV 8 news channel. The head of the art department, music and art and whatnot, hit me up for a small little blurb on his on the entertainment section of the digital newspaper. So that was
Cool.
really cool. And then I didn't know until after the fact, after Doomfest had happened, and there was a magazine, and I think it's a statewide magazine, Music Art Review magazine. And I had emailed the managing editor or whoever, and hey man, here's my story, and kind of a neat story. Thought you might be interested. Da 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 da. Never heard a fucking thing back from 'em.
Okay.
And then, yeah, not a peep, not a hey, thanks, not interested, fuck you, whatever.
Sure.
And and then my buddy Paul at his record store, we were all there, and his wife Amanda was flipping through and was like, ah, look, there's a little article in here about Doomfest. What? Okay.
That is so cool.
Yeah, it's very cool, man. It's
How does it
very cool.
how does it make you feel personally to see something like that, Jason?
Um, just really blown away, man. Like seriously, just blown away. Because as everybody knows, it's now going into year 3, but just a week and a half ago, it was only the second one. And and for so many people that want to help and be a part of it and watch it grow, it just is a testament to people believing in my vision and wanting to help me continue pushing forward with it. And that's pretty fucking cool.
Let's let's take a second and talk about some of those people. Who are the people in your life that stepped up and like really made this happen for you? And I mean, there's a lot of, I mean, you had people like doing merch and sending out stuff and like just probably, probably giving you a pep talk every once in a while and things like that. Who are those people in your life?
Definitely, man. Well, obviously Riley, little Riley Doom.
Yeah, your kids are great. She's great. She's awesome.
Thank you. Yeah, man. She's a good kid. Well, adult now, but they'll always be kids to us. So, but she took care of like all my t-shirt orders and collecting all the information, um, and sending them all out, which she hand wrote notes
That's
to
so
put in
cool.
each package for everybody. And then she helps my dumbass with technology and shit, the shit that I can't figure out. She helps me with that.
Sure. It's hard, man. I
It's
get you.
just, and obviously just her support, man, is huge. So,
Yeah, that's awesome. The
and
family
then I
support is
got
the best, yeah.
like, yeah, she is, man. Awesome. And my boy Sean Strong, who also introduced me to Pillar of Light, and his
Boy,
wife
their set was
Jessica.
good, dude. Sorry,
Wow,
not to
man.
sorry, I'm diverting, but yeah, let's get back to Sean, but we'll talk about Pillar of Light in a second. Yeah,
Definitely. Yeah, Sean introduced me to Pillar of Light, and he's ran my merch table for the past 2 years,
dude,
which
that's a
is
hard job. Thanks, Sean. That's awesome.
absolutely, man. And and you gotta man your booth. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
there's not a and that frees me up to enjoy what I created and do some of the things that I need to do as the guy that is running it. And so that's hugely beneficial.
so talk about those things, Jason. I think a lot of us just think this stuff happens by magic and you show up at the door and everything just like happens. Like you don't like pay a lot of attention to why or how or set changes and stuff. So tell me, what was your involvement the night of the show?
It was we had I think his name is James. Who's like the main guy next to the owner, and Emily, who's his entertainment manager, I guess. They had questions for me here and there, but my artist job was rounding all those yahoos up, man, to try to get a fucking picture taken. Because everybody was gabbing, man. Everybody was having so much fun talking to each other. I'm like, okay, you guys over here, let's go, picture time. Go back over here. Hey guys, over here.
Yeah, hey, just on a personal note, thanks a lot for the pictures you guys sent us. Thank you. That was very
Yeah,
sweet of you
absolutely.
guys. That was very touching.
Yeah, Colin came up to me, I think it was Friday night because he came up a night early and, with Scott, and, he's like, "Hey, man, let's do a video, to send to Andrea and Sean, man." And I was like, "That is a fucking brilliant idea, man."
Yeah, dude, that was very touching. I was like, damn it, the internet making me cry. You guys are super sweet. Hey, but that speaks to the camaraderie of the scene and Colin being able to get people who don't know who I am really to get up and do that. So tell me, how was that aspect of the show? Did the bands get along? Did people get to meet, do some networking?
It's awesome, man. It was just like, I mean, other than the bands and the amount of people, it was a mirror image of Doomfest One and the community vibe that was going on. And then all the bands, man, everybody was just cool as fuck. Everybody got together, got along with each other.
Yeah, cool,
There were no egos, man. Everybody wanted to see the other bands rock out. And friendships were made and bonds were
cool.
formed. So it was really cool to see that, man. And um I had a young lady come up to me who thanked me because she said that she felt really safe at my show.
Right on, cool.
And, and she didn't, she's like, I'm not getting rubbed up on, I'm not getting this and that. And she's like, everybody's just so nice. And so that was really cool to hear, I
Yeah, I
mean,
hear there was just only one mosh pit incident that had to be handled, but, I don't know, we had but that guy you took care of it, and that guy was cool about it, so that's awesome. No, man, that's cool. I think that's important for all of us. We want people to feel, not just the ladies, but everybody to feel safe and welcome at our shows. So, but it definitely um looks like you pulled that off. Well, let's talk about the bands really quick. You just want to recap your thoughts on each set, and you guys lit it
yeah.
up, and you lit it up big time right out of the gate with Buzzard Fight.
Yeah, man. Those boys they're just fucking great guys, man.
They are.
They happen to have invented their own style of music, and it's fucking great. Watching them up on stage, man, with super nuclear's visual effects going on, and you've got, he nailed it. Oh, he's got semi trucks coming at you and buzzards flying all over the place. And you got that twang going, man. And I'll
Yeah.
tell you what, man, I get the names always screwed up, but, and whether it's even the opening, but, there's a long, trippy, psychedelic, interlude to go into the song. And then it takes into that fucking riff, man. And the whole place just went fucking bonkers, man.
Those guys could
You
play
know,
too, man. They are good. They are,
they are
like,
good.
real good musicians. They come from, like, a bluegrass background, and they're not fucking around. That's
No,
good shit,
man,
dude.
no.
It's high energy. I'm so glad they ended up at your show, and it sounds like they had a fantastic s
They did, man. It was really cool, man. It was because they did, what I brought them on to do. And that was to, yeah,
stir that
absolutely.
shit up.
Yeah. And they did it, man. And I don't think it was great because, like I said, they're hearing this long, trippy psychedelic Western thing going on, and then that riff kicked in and then it all made sense to everybody,
Yep.
So yeah, they were fucking fantastic, man.
Well, man, that's great, and they're good great guys, and man, the next band that played, talk about great guys. I mean, Colin and John and the rest of the guys are just fantastic. And Shadow of Jupiter and their
Yes,
set.
man.
And so tell me about their set, man. I caught like I was listening that night, but I had to work, so I was just catching bits and pieces of the sets. I've gone
Yeah.
back and listened to it. That set was, let's just say, I'm pretty stoked that Shadow of Jupiter's coming to Denver. That's all I have to say.
Definitely, man. Definitely. They ripped, man. They ripped. And yeah, it was cool. It was just a great segue, man, from going in, from the chaoticness of Buzzard Fight, into this kind of stoner groove thing that they have going on, man. And with John's vocals, who I think, we've talked about it, some of the
S-
best in some of the best in the scene, man. No,
Hell
hands
yeah.
down.
I
He's
think
just
that
it's a
really it separates those guys from a lot of bands. The vocals are amazing. I don't maybe it's something about being from Chicago. Black Sunrise brings that too, man. That area.
yes, they do.
Hey, I got a comment from Mickey here. Mickey said, every single band was top notch. I have a hard time even picking a favorite. I don't even try. And Mickey, that's the feeling I got when I listened to it too. It's like every single band finished in first place. And the set though, the band I wasn't very familiar with and had only heard a couple times, the band we're going to talk about just here in a second, man, is Pillar of Light's set
Yeah.
was like transcendental, man. It was like, I think the last time I heard anything that heavy was like when I saw Sun. I mean, dude,
Yeah.
it was like,
There is, if you didn't leave that building moved by Pillar of Light, then there's something wrong with you. And I'm not saying,
yeah,
it didn't necessarily have to make you feel great,
but
but
it had to make you feel something.
you felt something, man. You felt something. And it was super intense, man. And it was awesome. I think the crowd was taken aback because they didn't know what they were in store for. And, you know, you can hear it in the applause, when you watch the live stream, you can hear it in the applause, man. And people are It's
Yeah.
because it's the talking eases a little bit up too. So it's, people are listening, to what they're witnessing. And holy fuck, man, and yeah. Oh
I
yeah, it
was so
was.
I that's one of the bands that I was able to catch most of their set live. And I was at lunch at work, and I'm sitting in my
Oh no
car,
shit.
and I'm listening to this dude. So I did. It was really hard to go back into work after. It was like, man, I just don't even want to move after that set.
I know,
it
I
was like,
know.
wow.
And the singer, one of the nice his aura was just like the dude had an aura, man, of just kindness. And it was, and so much so that like I went to my buddy Aaron. He could before I said anything, he's like, man, the singer from Pillar is like just what a really nice human being. And I'm like, dude, right? And I was like, did you kind of get like an aura thing? He's like, yes, man. And I'm like, okay, it wasn't just me,
That's
and then
cool.
it is cool. And then he got up on stage and just opened himself up, man. And that was pretty cool to watch.
Yeah, if you guys, and I'm in this boat too. If we are ever lucky enough to catch Pillar Light live, let's not blow those opportunities. I definitely
No,
would love to see those guys. Man, the next band I have had the great fortune to seen many times live, and I never fail to have an absolute blast every time I see these guys. You guys know now, you guys know why I go see those guys all the time, because Cobranoid
exactly.
fucking kicks dicks. I'm telling you what, right?
That's absolutely 100%.
Who coined the phrase? I forget.
It's no, it's Eve.
That's right. Thanks, Eve. It's awesome. But
Yeah,
Cobranoid
man.
kicks
We were
dicks.
all out in the parking lot, and I think it was Kyle's like, or not Kyle, but Logan. No, not Logan. Drummer, man. Why am I forgetting his
It's Kevin. Logan.
Kevin? God
Yeah,
damn
we
it.
got it.
We were out in the parking lot, man, and we were just all talking. He's like, "Yeah, somebody wrote on one of our things, Cobranoid kicks dicks," and we were all like, "That's fucking great." And it was the girl that was staying at my apartment, Eve.
That's awesome. Look. So man, yeah, but like I've talked about him. I talked about him to you a bunch of
Yeah.
times. I know that you like add him to your show because you'd heard of him through me, which is like seriously about as proud as I've ever been at anything. It's like, whoa, it's such a compliment. But really, man, what no matter how you would have heard about those guys, whether it was through me or not, man, anybody instantly recognizes how excellent this band is. I mean, this band, like, fuck you guys. If you still haven't heard Cobranoid, you should probably stop listening to this, come back to it later, and go listen to their album right now. Don't do that. Listen
Absolutely.
to it afterwards. But seriously, like that EP is like, dude, I can't wait for the full album. I can't wait for a full
Man, oh
album,
my
man.
god. And I hope they they played a ZZ Top cover, just got paid.
Dude, so that the first time I saw those guys, they played that, and it was a few years ago.
Yeah.
And obviously I recognized the song, and I was like, man, that's cool. They like that was like Wofat was playing fucking ZZ Top right there.
Right? Yes.
Yeah. And yeah, that's what hooked that song, their cover of that is the thing that hooked me initially and made me go back. But man, their original material,
Oh,
Doom Shark and Hyena,
Hyena,
these freaking songs
Shimmer, my
fucking
favorite one.
kill, like in the like, and you say it, the High on Fire is a good, they don't sound exactly like High on Fire or anything, but it's the energy is comparable though.
It is, man. They dude, they fucking, Kyle's up there and came to a break in the song and he did his we're from Denver, Colorado. We're Cobranoid and we play rock and roll. That place fucking exploded, man. I got the fucking music chills, man. It's
Yeah, it's
fucking
the best, right?
awesome. Yeah, the place went just fucking bonkers, man. And the Cobranoid is, like they're they're that good, man. They're the real deal, and
Yeah, they are.
They fucking rip, man, and they can hold the after what I saw, man, they can hold the stage down, dude.
For sure. For sure. So, like, your festival, man, is like, and we're going to talk about the last band here in just a second, but I want to segue into that.
Yeah.
Your festival is doing something that, like, kind of the opposite of what a lot of other festivals do. A lot of other festivals bring in big name bands, and people are stoked to see a lot of these big name bands together. And big name on our scene is all relative, right?
Right,
And
right.
man, hey, that's what that's drawn me to Las Vegas and it's drawn me to Texas and would draw me also to Michigan. But do you like do this thing where you like take these bands that are like pretty well known and then you put on such a good show that they become a little better known because people are talking about your festival? It's like it's almost like the opposite effect of a lot of festivals have, instead of those bands coming together and amplifying the festival, these bands are coming together and your festival is amplifying them in a slightly different way. I think that's pretty interesting, bud. What do you think about that?
That's fucking awesome, man, that's really cool.
Like, more people have heard about Pillar of Light and Cobranoid and Shadow and Buzzard Fight, and we're going to talk about Temple the Fuzz Witch here in a second. But you're like, that's pretty cool, man. Like, you should feel kind of proud of that, I think.
I am, man, because we were having a conversation in the record store with Riley the other day, and she was telling a story. She had, introduced somebody to a certain pop star or whatever it was that she was talking about. And the dude had come back later and was like, "Hey, thanks a lot. You really for turning me on to them." And it's like introducing somebody to new music, and when they like it, there's no other feeling in the world like it,
The
man.
best.
It is the
It's
best,
the whole
man.
reason I know I do what I do, and I know we've talked
Exactly.
about it. I know it's like why you do what you do.
Absolutely, man, because music is deeply personal to those of us that are into music as much as we are. You can't help but let it be personal. I mean,
Hmm.
that's like, yeah, I could be broke, but I'm not gonna sell my records, man, because it took time to do what I did and collect the ones that I collected.
Sure. Sure.
So yeah, man.
So now so instead of collecting records now, you're kinda doing this thing where you collecting bands for your show, and man, to top off your show, you had a co-headliner with Cobranoid, and Temple of the Fuzz Witch was quite a band to add to your collection there, Jason. What'd you tell me about their set, bud?
Man, they ripped, man. I love what Noah's doing with Temple. It's you know, I love his singing voice. It's just naturally incredibly good. And it's almost got, like almost like a male version of Windhand. And then you
Yeah.
add it with these, yeah, and then you add these, he hits these black and death metal screams that are super high, and then he hits these death metal growls that are super low, man, and, like, the dude doesn't even try, it just comes out of him. And, but I like how he's intertwining all of these, man, and, he's purposely going a heavier route, and I'm here for it, man, it's good.
Hell yeah.
It's real good. But they ripped, man. I would say that the pit probably, which I'm can't believe there's a pit at my show.
No pits in Denver. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, yeah, right. It got pretty rowdy for a few songs for Temple.
That That is cool, dude. So
Yeah, it was
the
cool.
show ends, you guys get some pictures on stage. I talked to you briefly that night. You were riding a super big high, dude.
Yeah.
Tell everybody, what time did you get to sleep the night after your show?
Probably about 4:30. And that, man, for my Geritol ass, that's late.
Dude, that's late.
That's real
That's
late.
like that's early, actually. That's like the earliest as I would get up. That's like when you get up.
Yeah, yeah, exactly, man. I don't do that anymore.
Dude, that's fantastic. The show was a massive success, but like you said, it didn't stop. It didn't, like, your show hasn't really ended. because it immediately turned into Doomfest 3. I know you wanted to do that going into 2, but the validation was really there after the second one, wasn't it?
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Like I said, I mean, almost, I've been to a lot of shows at the Pyramid Scheme, and I've been to, unfortunately, a handful of very empty shows at the Pyramid Scheme. Like Hippie Death Cult. It was me, my boy Aaron, and like maybe 3 or 4 other people.
No.
And yes, oh, it was painful, man. And I felt so bad for the band, and they were still, they were so kind, and they're like, "Hey, man, it happens." But this popped into my head today when I was thinking about it, and I was like, "Wow, man!" Oh, that's when it kind of hit me. It's like it takes something to sell this fucking place out, and I almost did it. And that right there is just a testament to how well it's going in 3 short years. Last year, Last year, I only sold 23 tickets pre-sale, and this year I sold over 100.
Right on, man.
And
So that's
then,
a
yeah,
huge increase.
huge increase.
Did you have people? You had people come from out of town?
Yeah, I had some friends come out. We had people. We had Dwight and Alex Dingus. They came from, God, I always get them confused. I want to say Kentucky. They
Nice.
made a drive, bro.
Hell
They made a
yeah.
drive, man. And then my boy Tony Bevacqua, he flew in from Jersey.
Hell yeah, bud.
And
That's so
my
cool.
boy Kenny Johnson, he came in from Ohio. So there's people from, scattered about. And that, man, that's just humbling because those people are coming out to support me and what I'm doing,
Can't wait to, yeah.
and that, yeah,
We're coming
and
out
to,
next year. There's no way I'm missing this show.
fuck, no, you're not, man.
Hell no. Sean, let me read some comments. I got Zeth out there. Hey, buddy. It's my partner in crime, and Andrea is like tuning in. I got Kevin from Cobranoid. Hey, Kevin, man, your band
What's
just
up,
rules,
dude?
bro. We love your band, and Mickey and Valor out there, and Sean's out there. Hey, Sean, how's it going?
What up, dude?
Harlan, hey, Harlan, man.
What's up, Harlan?
Right on, you guys. I appreciate everybody. If I'm missing somebody or some people's, you guys know I'm super good with technology, so there's chances that I'm missing things. Man, dude, I'm like, so I'm assuming you're not in a position to talk about anything about 3 yet, other than
No,
it's
I
going to
mean,
be
what
at
I
the
can,
pyramid scheme.
it is going to be at the Pyramid Scheme. It's going to be Saturday, October 10th. So I've already got the date secured.
Cool,
Yes,
man.
sir. And I just got an email back today I got Mulligan's Pub secured again for the pre-party.
Nice.
So that's good to go. And currently I've got 2 of the bands playing for the pre-show, and I'm waiting to hear back from one of them.
Nice.
And I'll just say that they are all alumni of Doomfest 1,
Cool. Hell yeah. Right
yeah,
on. Right
which is
on.
very cool.
Yes.
So yeah, man, and doing that. And hey, before I forget, man, I've got to talk about Super Nuclear,
Well,
Matthew
yes, we
Stafford, my
absolutely
visual
do.
effects guy.
Dude, that shit looked cool as hell.
Bro.
I can't
He
imagine
he
being there.
literally has ruined all shows for me now.
I know. He's made me do some deep thinking about my own show, Jason.
He like for real, man, because it added so much to the show production wise. And like going to see bands now where they've just got some lights going. It's like it doesn't cut it, man. It's like I need my super nuclear fix because the dude nailed it, man. And it, like I said, it just added so much to the show visually. Uh, and I was describing it in a pretty basic way, and it's not basic
No,
at
you
all.
have to see it. Like even, I know you guys had some technical difficulties with the video, but enough of it came through that you could see some cool shit was going on there for
Yes.
sure. I've seen some similar effects, certainly not to the level, in my opinion, of what Matthew Stafford is doing. That, like, I wonder if, man, we talk about there's a decline in live show attendance. Maybe And man, I'm pretty much Mr. Anti-stage show. I'm like, Castle what are you doing up there with swords and shit? Come on now. But you know what? In fairness, man, maybe we do need some more exciting things going on stage. Maybe it's just maybe I'm old and I'm happy with 4 guys in t-shirts or 4 people in t-shirts. But yeah, man, if it enhances the show and makes it more interesting to watch, I'm all in favor of it. And what I saw, man, I saw some of that at Ripple Fest last year and a little bit when Slift came to Denver a
Yes.
couple of years ago. And
Yep.
I really like it. And you know what, man, if you like smoke a little weed perhaps, or maybe experiment with a little psychedelic action, man, that
A
you
little
know
bit.
that's just gonna make it better, or at least different.
It it really did, man. And it's cool because, he used like old movie clips, of these funky robot fighter people and and the semi trucks for Buzzard Fight and the
Yeah, it's not just
buzzards and
splotches of color.
no,
Yeah,
man, it's and what people don't realize is like I forgot what the percentage was, but that what he's doing like live. So like he's
that's
twisting
sick.
knobs, man, and programmed in the computer, and he's doing this and he's doing that.
That's the
You know,
only guy I want to see twisting knobs and standing behind a table when I go to see a live show.
right on, right?
That's dude, seriously, I think that's like next level stuff, and you featured it, and everything about your show is just becoming like, dude, it's just a class act. And it's like I think a lot of people are looking at that and thinking, man, let's have some more of this. Let's pull some bands together. I know it influenced me and Seth and Andrea, and we want to do that in Denver.
Yep.
And we got like guys like Braun Dabney out in Lexington, and these smaller festivals and stuff. I mean, thank God we have people like John Gist and Ryan Garney putting on these amazing big festivals. And
Right.
man, they're like critical to our scene. But
Very much so.
it's nice that there's room for some smaller, more regional festivals that bring fans who aren't able to travel a long distance to get out and see some bands from some different regions, man. Like
For
you really
sure.
provided this wonderful opportunity for people in your where you live to see Buzzard Fight and to see Cobranoid and Shadow of Jupiter and and Temple of the Fuzz Witch and the band, and man, you're really lucky to have Pillar of Light there already. But like, man, it's like you did a service to the fans in your region, Jason. You should be proud of that, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah, and and again, it just goes back to that, like, you gotta hope, like I said, part of it is you hoping that people like these bands as much as you like them.
For sure.
That could be a gamble, but I was just so stoked about, you know, I was so excited about these bands and I felt so passionately about them that I wanted everybody else to hear them because I
Get
thought
it.
they're going to like it just as much as I do and they get to see it live for the first
And
time.
they did, and you were right. And those bands have new fans, and
Yes,
people who went to your show have new bands to listen to their back catalogs and get into them and hope they come back to their towns. Dude, that's what
absolutely.
this scene's all about, man. Sharing the music. You're just, man, it's fucking good on you for doing what you did, dude. I know
Thanks,
that
man.
you did something to improve a small scene, and you should be proud
Like I said, it's creeping up on me,
of it.
like what I've actually done, because again, it's just so much of it just happens so naturally and things fell into place for me. Yes, I put in a lot of work for it,
Sure.
but it's not work. It's because I enjoy I get to communicate with the bands, throughout the year building up to Doomfest. And I think, with social media, and becoming friends with these guys,
Yeah.
think that helps kinda make it such a family feeling thing because we've all been talking for months.
For sure. Hey, we'd be remiss if we didn't talk about one more person from the family. And I am
Yes.
embarrassed that I have not brought Harlan up before this. but Harlan put
Yes,
on the pre-show, and I know Harlan has probably given you a lot of solid advice and helped you.
absolutely.
Harlan's done this a lot more than you have. I'm fortunate enough to have my own personal Harlan here in Denver with Zeth from Luna Soul helping me get my show together. But Harlan like brought you like a clear vision, set up the pre-show, man. I'm gonna let you talk about
Yeah.
Harlan.
No, absolutely, man. It was, again, Harlan had, playing the first Doomfest and getting to be able to be a part of that and experiencing that camaraderie that was going on, made him he to really believe in Doomfest and, what it could become. And he just wanted to see it get bigger, because it was
So cool.
such a good time. And he wanted to see that good time continue and get bigger. And long story short, I just, since since Shane's no longer part of it, I was handling everything handling everything pretty much on my own. So, it was kind of like, I just can't do it, buddy. And then Harlan was like, go ahead, dude, and hook it up, bro. And he hooked it up and
Rising tide
got
lifts all ships from Harlan. Harlan, you are definitely part of that tide, buddy. Hey,
sure.
real quick, Bog Wizard plug here. 3 days away, Bog Wizard's new album drops on Halloween. Satanic Panic. You definitely want to pick up a copy of that. I believe we'll be able to get that one on vinyl. I'm sure CD, but check the Bandcamp page. Man, it sounds great. What I've heard, I'm loving it. So, Harlan, man, best of luck for you and the Bog Wizard boys on your new
Good on you,
release too,
boy.
bud. Appreciate you guys.
Now I got to tell you the Bog Wizard story, man.
Yeah, let's do it.
People outside of that weren't there might not know. So, got to mention the bands that played at the pre-party. So we had Solar Monolith, and we had Ghost Pipe, and we were gonna have Bog Wizard until
Well,
a
that's right.
deer, yes,
I
a deer
forgot.
decided to
Dude, the
run out and
deer.
hit their car 45 minutes
Dude,
away.
talk about rolling a one on your 20-sided dice for your drive into fucking Grand Rapids Doomfest. Critical fail. Harlan's throwing out a tomorrow night at the Pyramid Scheme. Crowbot, the Atomic Bitchwax.
That's right.
That's my Sunday night. Crowbot, the Atomic Bitchwax, but I get Cobranoid and Messiah
Cobranoid,
for. Man, I got two
man.
badass Denver bands, Messiah 4 and Cobranoid for that bill too.
No shit.
But hey, man, if you're in Michigan, definitely go check out Crowbot. The Atomic Bitch Wax. And Harlan's saying it was very depressing. Hitting the deer, I'm sure too. That's like, so sorry that happened to you guys. I'm glad you guys are all right though, man. That had to be fucking awful.
Dude, like really, really, yeah. Not cool, man.
Not cool at all.
Not cool at
Well,
all.
on that depressing note, I guess we'll sign off. No, I'm just kidding. We can't go out like that. We can't go out hitting deer. What the hell? Man, we crit that fucking deer, though, is Arlen's comment. Yeah, baby. Well, I think you were driving your +5 van at deer slaying, so that was probably a fucking good call on that there. Man, Jason, do you have any, actually, bud, we probably should wrap it up, but do you got any last words that you want to say, either about 2, obviously we'll be doing some shows about 3, but man, I'm just going to give you a couple minutes. It's your microphone. I'm going to smoke a
All
bowl.
right. Thanks, buddy. Yeah. I want to let people know that if you are a band and are interested in Grand Rapids Doomfest, that you can send your band bio and music to grdoomfest@gmail.com, all lowercase. And that way I will have it. Ever since the fest, I've been having a couple bands a day hit me up, and if I can keep them all into the Doomfest email, then that will help me a lot. So grdoomfest@gmail.com. And what else, man? Other than thanks to everybody that helped, man. I mean, seriously, like my girl Lisa Mabach, she came up, she helped make all the subs for all the bands,
Right on.
which was, that was 17 subs, man. We had a lot of subs to make, man, and they were good too, man.
Right on.
They were real good.
Cool.
I mean, the band's got, like, seriously, bro, the band's got handmade sandwiches, man, with smoked. What did I have? I had Munster and I think smoked or something, man. They were good, dude.
That's awesome. Colossus says they're ready. Hey, Colossus, my advice would be send Jason a couple of bottles of Hellman's mayonnaise or something, get in tight with that sandwich making crew. Maybe you guys can get an opening slot there or something. I don't know, Joey. All right, man. Jason, you got anybody else you want to thank, bud? Harlan's like, we didn't get sandwiches at the first show. What the hell? Well, at the second show, you had the opportunity to bring everybody venison, Harlan, and yet I heard nothing about the roasted venison at the show. Man, I really wish I could have been there. I'm going to be there next year. Hey, Harlan. Hey, by the way, Harlan's band, Bog Wizard, is opening that Atomic Bitchwax Crowbot show with Slumlord Radio.
Yep.
We'll work on getting Harlan some sandwiches for Doomfest 3. Jason, man, I really appreciate you taking the time to do this with me, man. It's always a pleasure talking to you, my friend.
Thanks, buddy. I always have a good time, man. For sure.
Cool, bud. Well, let's do it again soon. I'm having a little festival in Denver in April.
You are.
I'd love to have you come on and talk about festivals in general and maybe give me some advice there. But in the meantime, you guys, catch Jason on Facebook. Guys, constantly putting out the albums that he's listening to. He has great taste in music. If you're looking for something new to listen to, Jason's guy you want to follow on Facebook and Instagram for sure. Definitely stay tuned for Jason as Grand Rapids Doomfest. This is going to add a little eye right here and make it Grand Rapids Doomfest 3 next year.
That's right,
I can't
buddy.
fucking wait. I can't wait to meet all you guys in Michigan. I'm definitely going to make it out for that one.
Hell yeah.
This is Sean from the Heavy Underground Farm Report. And I'm going to let you all go eat some dinner now. I'm going to go do other things. All right, you guys. I'll talk to you soon, Jason. Hey, Jason, I'll talk to you soon, buddy. Hang on 1 second, though, okay? All right, cool. Whoa! Wait, bye, everybody. Bye.
Yeah!